The goal is to play really, really fierce, violent, intense football. Brad White, defensive coordinator. First memory of football, my brother and I, so he's 15 months older than me, and we each had the plastic Huffy uniforms and rolling around, tackling each other on some shag carpet, in the 80s. When Coach called up, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It took about 30 seconds for me to say yes, and it would have been 5 seconds, but I had to make a 25-second phone call to my boss, and my wife said yes, and she said it even faster than me. To be with the Summeralls at a place like Florida and the tradition, it was a no-brainer. The goal is to play really, really fierce, violent, intense football, and our guys are going to play with relentless effort. We're going to attack the football, and we're going to strain. We're going to play smart, and those are going to be the keys and the fundamental cores that's going to define what we are. Yeah, as you grow in this business, you sort of pluck from different people, and then you find your own style. You like something that this person does. You don't like that, so you're like, I'm not going to use that. And eventually, I think for me, it was sort of midway through my 30s there. I was with the Colts, a couple years in, and I was like, okay, this is going to be my style. It's about being firm. Obviously, it's going to be high energy, intense, but at the same time, like the guys understand like where I'm coming from. And so we're going to have a lot of firm coaching, but at the same time, a lot of hugging, a lot of high-fiving. We're going to laugh. We're going to enjoy the ride as we go. When it's time to work, we're going to work. Favorite thing about football, I don't know if you can define one thing. I can tell you a favorite moment in football is those 5 minutes in a locker room after a victory. Like, there's nothing like those 5 minutes. And you only get 5 because you got to put that win behind you, right? And then you got to look at the next week. But all the hours, all the sweat, all the sacrifice is worth it when you get into that locker room and you see the smiles, on the players' faces, on the coaches' faces, the high fives, the chest bumps, the dancing, the music. That's it. At the end of the day, it's about the journey, but wins matter, and they matter a lot. And so, and that's why we're here.